This program's brought to you by the Virginia Farm Bureau. Large or small, Virginia farmers work year-round to help put food on your table. And Farm Bureau works year-round to help farmers and all Virginians. Farming, it's all good. To learn more, go to vafarmbureau.org.
Hi everybody, welcome to Virginia Farming. I'm Amy Rocher. 'Tis the season, and this week we travel to Kieseltown and talk with Dave Thomas, owner of Evergreen Christmas Tree Farm. Then Chris Mullins has some unique garden gift ideas. We'll also have the Ag Calendar, a Minute in the Field video, and of course the Ag News of the Week, all on this edition of Virginia Farming. It's been another record year for Virginia oysters. This year's harvest surged another 24% over last year, sailing past 650,000 bushels, the most in almost 3 decades. Preliminary harvest estimates show substantial gains in both wild-caught oysters from public oyster rocks as well as from privately leased water bottoms last year. Officials say that comprehensive fisheries management programs combined with private sector investments are adding in the industry's growth. The Virginia oyster industry is the largest on the East Coast, and some of those oysters are headed north. Governor McAuliffe has announced new exports of Virginia seafood to Canada. The trade deals represent significant new revenue streams for Rappahannock River Oyster Company into the Canadian market, which is the second largest export market for Virginia's agricultural and forestry industries, which include seafood and aquaculture products. Well, good genetics are key to building a quality herd of Angus, and some of the best genetics in the Commonwealth were recently auctioned to the highest bidder. It was the weekend before Thanksgiving, a chilly fall day at Miller Farm in Rockingham County. At first glance, it looks to be a picnic or a community gathering of sorts, but it was actually a cattle auction.
This is our second annual bull sale, and we've included females as well. We have it typically the third Saturday in November. I just asked my husband Craig the other day why he picked that week, because it's usually the week before Thanksgiving. And a lot of people like that week because they can put the bulls into their herds right away for the next season crop calves.
Virginia Beef Industry Council member Jerry Gustin was one of 4 consigners.
I'm here as one of the consigners, meaning that I've brought cattle to this sale. I've got 9 bulls in the bull sale that will be sold here just a little bit later on this morning.
Complete with farm equipment displays and panel discussions on animal health, the Miller Farm auction sold 60 animals.
Females, of course, go out into herds here locally to produce calves for the feeder cattle market. The bulls, of course, are the same thing, go out to be breeders. And so anybody that's in a herd expansion mode or needs a replacement either on the female or the bull side will be to a sale like this to get newer genetics and things that will add to their bottom line as far as weaning weights and yearling weights, carcass value, and things like this. The bulls that are represented today are all pretty strong in those traits.
Beef cattle are one of Virginia's top commodities, second only to broilers.
The beef industry as a whole is doing a good job of producing cattle that require less time to get to the end point where they're supposed to be, and as well as getting to the end point, we get to an end point with a little bit increased of quality, which is a big deal. So a lot of changes, a lot of more efficiencies, things like that we're seeing all the way through the beef industry.
The majority of Virginia beef cattle are grass-fed and then moved to the Midwest to be grain-fed and processed.
So cattle are really a sustainable creature by nature because a lot of their gain and the protein that ultimately they produce is based on grass. And then they're conventionally fed after that and processed, and of course they have a good, nutritious, wholesome product.
It's that quality the millers take to heart, knowing their genetics are helping to build better herds.
With anything in agriculture, there's always room to grow, to do better, to be more efficient. We need to feed a lot of people, and we want to feed a lot of people. It's fun to see people prosper, to do well. And that's the goal, is for everybody to do well.
6100, number 19, number 19.
Well, after a record harvest last year, the wet weather at the end of the growing season has Virginia cotton yields dropping 32% from last year. Those same heavy rains reduced the Commonwealth's peanut yield too, down an estimated 450 pounds per acre. That's a 10% smaller harvest this year. The National Agricultural Statistics Service also estimates this year's corn harvest will be down 2% from a year ago, and Virginia's soybean production is also down 9%. Virginia has more than 500 Christmas tree farms located throughout the state, and the Virginia Christmas tree industry ranks number 7 in the U.S. Cutting your own Christmas tree is a wonderful family tradition, and it's a great way to support Virginia farmers. Today we'll talk to Dave Thomas and learn more about Virginia-grown Christmas trees. That's straight ahead on Ag Insights. Today we're visiting Evergreen Christmas Tree Farm in Kieseltown, Virginia, and I'm joining Dave Thomas, the owner of Evergreen Christmas Tree. Dave, thank you so much for having us out today.
Well, thanks for coming out.
Well, 'tis the season, right?
It's coming really close.
It absolutely is. Now, how many trees do you have here at Evergreen?
Well, we have about 22 acres that are actually in Christmas trees, and we have about 15,000 trees in different stages.
Okay. Now, you own another Christmas tree farm as well, correct?
I do. It's called Valley Star Farm, and it's located near Luray, Virginia.
Okay. Now, how big is that one?
That one is about 13 acres, a little smaller than this one. And that one probably has, well, that's probably about 8,000 to 9,000 trees on that farm.
So how long have you been growing Christmas trees?
This was my first farm, and I bought it from a gentleman that was growing trees for a long time beforehand in 1988. So that's what, 26 years that I've been in Christmas tree business.
So with these two farms, is this a full-time job for you?
Well, I'm also a consulting forester, and I try to minimize the amount of time that I spend on the trees, but it still takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. But I am able to have some very good folks that help me out, so I don't have to spend quite as much time.
Now, with two farms, do you have full-time employees that you can employ year-round?
Basically, I have contract employees.
Okay.
And they work in the busy times of the year. Planting time, fertilizing time, trimming time, of course the Christmas season, which is right here.
Right. Okay. Well, what kinds of Christmas trees do you grow? I mean, right now we're pretty central in the Shenandoah Valley. So what kind of trees grow well in this area?
The ones that do the best in this area are white pine, Scotch pine, Norway spruce, Colorado blue spruce, and then some of the firs we can grow. We can grow Douglas fir, we can grow concolor fir, and we can grow one called Canaan fir. And their Canaan fir is very similar to a Fraser fir, but in this elevation, it's difficult to grow the Fraser firs here. They're more in the mountains of Virginia, Southwest Virginia, and North Carolina.
Okay. But do you order some of those trees in from different parts to meet the Fraser fir demand? I thought I saw where you had them
We do. We get a few Fraser firs in, not very many, probably 60, 70 trees, just to be sure that we have what a customer might want. But we have these Canaan firs that I think are going to pretty well take care of that market, because they're, like I say, they're very, very similar. And we're learning how to grow them. We haven't been growing them as long as some of the other pines and spruces.
What do you attribute the trees growing so well? Is it the soil? Is it the climate? Is it the terrain? What is it about Virginia Christmas trees that make them grow so well?
It's a combination, and you sort of have to pick your tree to suit your site. When you get on different soils and when you get on different directions that the slopes are facing, or when you get on top of a hill as compared with a low spot, different types of Christmas trees like different environments. But you know, it's definitely a combination of the three.
Okay, all right. So what seems to be your most popular tree? When people come out, do people usually have in mind, oh, we have to get this kind of tree because this is our tradition?
Some folks do. Some folks have a particular kind of tree they're looking for. But most of the folks come out and they look at the trees and they see what they like. And everyone seems to have different types of trees that they like, which is good because we have a lot of different types of trees. Not only different species of trees, but you know, tall, short, wide, narrow.
Charlie Brown, little
Charlie
tiny.
Brown. We actually sell a few Charlie Brown trees.
They're cute.
And then we have some that don't make Christmas trees, and they might not even make a Charlie Brown tree. So we use those for our wreaths and roping and other decorations.
I saw some ladies in the shop earlier working on wreaths, and you had some wreaths sitting outside. They're beautiful. And when do they start making those wreaths and getting them ready?
Yeah, they start working on the wreaths about a week before Thanksgiving. We don't like to start too early because we want to have those fresh just like the trees.
Sure, sure. They'll dry out just like the trees.
They will. We have very fresh wreaths because we make them right here, most of our wreaths. And so that helps to keep them longer.
Oh yeah. Now, have you seen any trends recently? Like people are buying more of one type of tree than the other in the last couple of years?
Well, it seems like the pines haven't been as in favor in the past few years as the spruces and the firs. And I've also seen a lot more folks that want tall trees, large trees. I guess some of the houses have large ceilings and cathedral ceilings, large spaces to put the trees in. And we can fit that bill. We have a lot of nice tall trees.
Well, let's talk about those tall trees for a minute. Let's take, for example, a 12-foot tree. I mean, I think a 7 is pretty average for a Christmas tree.
7.5.
But if you go larger, say to a 12-foot tree, how many years does it take on average to grow a 12-foot Christmas tree?
It would take about 12 years, 13 years. They'll grow about a foot or so a year after they get established.
And you start all of your trees from seedlings, correct?
We do, and they're actually called transplants. They're seedlings that have been dug up and planted back out again, spaced out. So what we plant is usually what they call a 2-2. And that means it's a 2-year-old seedling that was transplanted into a bed and spread out, and then they grow it another 2 years. So that tree is actually 4 years old when we put it in the ground.
Okay, so about how big is it when you put it in the ground
It's
here?
only about a foot tall.
Okay, all right. So the 2 and 2s that you plant, you certainly don't just put them in the ground and hope for the best. There's a lot more work that's involved in the Christmas tree operation than just planting them. Can you walk us through like the life cycle of a tree and what you do to that tree to get it ready for us when we come to cut it down?
Well, after it's planted, we have to be sure that the weeds and grass and insects don't overtake it. So we have to be diligent on checking on the little seedlings and mowing around them. We wait until they get a couple feet, 2 to 3 feet tall. Then we clip out the doubles. We try to get a nice straight stem. And after that, when they start getting a little larger, we start to actually trim them every year. Once a year we trim. The pines are done in the summertime in June and July. Nice hot weather.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And the spruces and firs, we can pretty well wait on those and do those late summer, early fall, anytime up until we sell them at Christmas time. The trimming is probably the most labor-intensive job that we have. We fertilize most of our trees. They respond and do better with some fertilization. like I said, disease is something we have to look out for. We've had some issues with disease, just like a lot of the other growers in the state in the past few years.
So you're a member of the Virginia Christmas Tree Growers Association. Give us a little bit of background about what that organization is and what you guys represent.
Well, that organization is a group of mainly growers and anybody that's involved in the Christmas tree industry. Some of the folks are the suppliers of the tools and things that we use. There's also people from other states that are involved in the Virginia Christmas tree growers. But it's a group of growers from Virginia, mainly, that have a lot of knowledge, and they gather a lot of knowledge from each other.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the weather. This year, we've had a pretty moist summer. We've had a good amount of rainfall, at least here in the valley. Does that play well to a cut tree? Do you think that might help the trees last a little bit longer because they've had such good moisture throughout this most recent year?
I think it does. From past experience, when we get more moisture in the ground, the trees are going to be heavier. They're going to soak up more water. It's probably the most important the last month before the Christmas season, but it appears as if the whole year contributes to having a good moist tree.
Do you have any tips for people who come out to a tree farm and cut their own tree? What's the best way to take care of that tree once they get it home?
Once they get the tree home, they need to put that tree in water as soon as they can. Shortly after the tree's cut, it starts to seal over on the bottom of the tree.
The sap starts to come out?
It does, and it hardens up, and it prevents the tree from drinking water. So if they're not going to put the tree up for a little while, it's still good to put it in a bucket of water. And when they do put it up, if it's been over a few hours, I would definitely recommend slicing a very thin slice right off the bottom of the tree, and that'll open up those pores and let it drink a lot better.
So that it can absorb the water?
Yes. And then, of course, the next thing to do is to be sure that you water the tree regularly so that it doesn't run out of water. Because when it does run out of water, then
the same thing happens again, right? It can seals up, and no matter how much water you put in that container, it's not going to drink it.
Exactly.
Okay. Something that you guys have going on at your farms is called Trees for Troops. Tell us a little bit about that and how it works.
Well, here about 5 years ago, I was approached by a representative of the Trees for Troops program, which is a program that the National Christmas Tree Growers, in conjunction with the Christmas Spirit Foundation, have developed. And it's been going on, I think, about 10 years. And what they do is they provide Christmas trees for military personnel at various bases throughout Virginia, throughout the United States, and even overseas. And FedEx is the folks that come out and they offer their services for free to haul these trees to the various locations. So I thought it was a great idea.
Absolutely.
And I think that the troops gives them a feeling of home, a feeling that somebody cares. So what we do is, if somebody buys a tree for the regular price to give to the troops, then we contribute another tree. And so that kind of sparks people's interest, and they think, okay, I'm going to give a tree to the troops, which is a great thing to do, but on top of it, we give another tree to the troops.
So they're getting 2 trees when someone purchases one.
Exactly. If they purchase that tree not for themselves, but for the
for the
troops.
That's a great program.
We've gotten a lot of good comments on it. There's a website that you can go to, and the folks that get the trees seem to be really appreciative.
Dave, do you have a website for your tree farms?
We do, for both of them.
Okay.
The one for evergreen is www.evergreenchristmastrees.net.
.net. You can remember that because they put the net around the trees,
there you go.
right? Okay.
There you go.
All right, and the other one?
The other one is valleystarfarm.com.
.com. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule at this time of year. We really do appreciate it.
Well, thanks for coming out. I've enjoyed it.
If you can, make a family tradition and go out to a tree farm and get your own Christmas tree this year. We'll be right back. Do you have a gardener on your Christmas list? Chris Mullins has some unique gift ideas to help those gardeners from the ground up.
Well, hello, welcome to Virginia State's Randolph Farm today. We're here talking about tools. You know, a gardener loves their tools, and a good tool can really help make a great gardener. And this time of the year, as you're thinking about gifts maybe for people during the holidays, I think tools can be a really nice present. Today we're here with Charles House. Charles is with waycooltools.com. Is that right?
That's right.
And I got your catalog here, really nice selection of things in here. And so you all do mostly specialty type tools, interesting tools. And I see a couple here, pretty interesting things, kind of a pick type tool, right?
That's right. This is a mini pick. It's got some weight to it, and that weight works to your advantage. It's a great tool for chopping, for breaking through roots, for breaking up heavy soil, and planting. It's got a good pick that's just a really great all-round tool, even for dealing with rock gardens and things like that.
Yeah.
And this is its baby sister, the featherweight mini pick. It's really a lightweight tool.
Wow.
A lot of ladies like this. Yeah. It's a great tool for container gardening, for planting, for putting in your container plants. It's an all-round great tool, and can be used for a lot of the same things that the mini pick is used for chopping and cutting and digging in that regard. I
like these. What are some other stocking stuffers you might have?
Well, stocking stuffers. One stocking stuffer is the famed Lesche digging tool. It's got a greater amount of leverage because of the offset design. And it's got serrated teeth for cutting through roots. It's a great tool for digging out dandelion roots, for using as a planting tool. This is a really great tool. It's been featured in the Wall Street Journal. It's used in many gardens around the country. A lot of professional gardeners use this tool.
I love this. And it's got its own case with it, so you can just put it on your belt and carry it around the garden. That's a good one there.
It's a great tool. I use it all the time.
This thing you've got here is pretty hefty, pretty neat looking. What is this?
Well, this is a version of the Italian grape hoe, and it's got the same type of contour as the Italian grape hoe does, with that little curve in the handle, but it goes a little further up on this. The handle it's much higher, keeps you standing up rather than leaning over as with the older versions. There's also a gusseted head on it that doesn't wobble like a lot of the old style hoes had, where the head slides down on the handle. So it really puts a lot of your force into it. You can sharpen these things up to a razor sharp edge, and it just really makes quick work of clearing an area, removing sod. Can I chop this?
Yeah, go ahead.
You can. I mean, it's real easy just to kind of knock large plants down.
Weeding is difficult. People hate it. They hate to do it. And so what's an alternative way to get rid of weeds in the garden?
This is good for spot weeding.
I like that one.
And it runs off of a 1 pound propane cylinder. They're real lightweight, easy to use, and it's very safe. You're not burning. You're just heating the leaf surface to the point where it can no longer grow. And your job is done. You haven't dug up any new weed seeds.
Well, Charles, today you've really showed us some great tools. A lot of good things for people to think about, some cool things that they maybe haven't seen or will try in the future. Well, for more information about tools, you can contact your local county extension office, and you can talk to your master gardener there and find out what some of their favorite tools are. Well, for From the Ground Up, I'm Chris Mullins. We'll see you next time.
Taking a look at the ag calendar, there are several dairy management workshops coming up in January. They will cover analysis of investments, different production systems, investment for purchasing, and the expansion process. Now, all farmers and extension agents are welcome. More information can be found at the web address on your screen. That does it for our show. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week. I'm Amy Rocher for Virginia Farming.
From apples to zucchini, Virginia farmers work hard to put food on your table. And Farm Bureau works year-round to help farmers and all Virginians. Farming, it's all good. To learn more, go to vafarmbureau.org.